welcome back to my channel. My name is Jade Ponce. Today is June 19th, also known as Juneteenth. And what better way to showcase all my black brothers and sisters with a beautiful owned OG makeup brand, black owned makeup brand. Yes, ma'am, yes, gosh. Okay, I need to calm down. This all kind of started about a week or so ago. Karen over at IMAN Cosmetics was so gracious and decided to give me a phone call. We talked on the phone for quite a while. I don't want to dive into like specifics of the conversation, but it was just really nice to feel like I have someone in my corner and just kind of validate what I'm doing and just kind of see me. Like, it's just, the beauty industry is so oversaturated. So just to be seen and kind of heard and like to know that someone sees what you're doing and kind of likes what you're doing, it just means so much to me. I had goosebumps. You guys, everything comes full circle. As you guys know, I grew up in Las Vegas. My mother was majority a single mother. We really didn't have a lot financially. And I started transitioning. I didn't have access to hormones at the time. We didn't have any extra money for that kind of stuff, let alone makeup. So I remember going to my local beauty supply store and looking around, and I really just couldn't find anything that fit my shade. I really didn't know what I was doing. So I needed something that was gonna work, that wasn't gonna be crazy expensive, and that was accessible. One of my very first makeup products, you guys, was from IMAN Cosmetics. And I know that sounds so crazy, and it is crazy that that was like one of my first products, and it means so much to me because I was able to leave the house, that I was able to cover my skin in my 5 o'clock shadow and feel like I was a normal person. So it really did help me. Like, it really did help me. I pretty much did a full face, no, almost full face. The top half of my eyes are not IMAN Cosmetics. Everything else, my foundation, my concealer, my bronzer, my highlight, brows, lip, everything else is IMAN. So if you want to see how I did this full face of IMAN Cosmetics, then just keep on watching. IMAN is a legendary supermodel to the world, like the epitome of black beauty excellence. So back in 1994, IMAN was the founder and CEO of IMAN Cosmetics, which was really one of the first brands to be made for women of all colors. I already have my skin prepped and primed, so I'm gonna hop right into foundation. For foundation, we're gonna be using the IMAN Luxury Concealing Foundation. She sent me shade Sand 3, which I swatched, and it looks like it's gonna be a pretty good match, so I'm really excited. It is a liquid foundation, which is my preferred medium as far as foundations go. Oh, you guys, let me just, I'm gonna do one. Oh, let's start off with one because that looks like quite a bit of product. I've been using brushes a lot and I just want to see how it goes, so I'm just gonna dip into that. There's no smell, which is great. Oh, that's nice. It looks about a medium coverage, I would say, which is beautiful though. Like I said, I don't need a ton of coverage right now. I really am trying to like shy back. Just to see the application of the foundation, I'm gonna use a brush on this side, and then I'm gonna switch over and use a sponge on this side. So far, so good. It looks really nice. The color match is pretty nice too. Going with a little bit more product. I am noticing I am using a little bit more product because it's just less coverage than I'm normally used to and I prefer. But for like an everyday kind of like thing, I think it's really nice. That's nice. I kind of feel like the sponge is giving me quite a bit of coverage. I don't know if you guys can tell. I guess it's about the same. I just kind of like how the application of the sponge feels. Like, I feel like it's really being pressed in and there's not a lot of product. The brush side doesn't feel like a lot of product either. It feels pretty lightweight. I have no leftover product. I'm just kind of like tapping it in, making sure we're nice and blended. Yeah. I feel like both of them gave me really nice coverage. And I love the finish. It has a little bit of a glow, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't feel dewy though. It doesn't feel like really like oily feeling, which is nice. I'm one of those people that likes the look of a dewy skin, but I don't like the feeling of it. And I'm pretty oily, so like it doesn't normally last me. So I am gonna set with a little bit of powder later on, even though the finish is really, really nice. As far as concealer, I'm gonna go in with, this is the Second to None Cover Cream in a box like this. I don't know if it's considered a foundation or a concealer. I'm gonna use it as a concealer today. It should match quite nicely. I'm gonna start, this is a Japanese brush. I'm just gonna swirl in the product. And I'm going to apply it underneath my eye. It's nice. Not a ton of coverage. On this side, I'm gonna take my finger. Let's see, because I like to warm up creams normally. That way they're a little bit more emollient and they can move around and blend a lot easier. Yeah, that's nice. I'm just gonna go over and add a little bit more coverage to those areas that I feel like I need it. Oh my god, you guys, there's literally 2 Beaver Gopher things. I don't know what they are, but they're so cute. I'm not flipping you guys off, I promise. And I'm sorry for my chipped polish. I miss nails. I miss getting my nails done so much. So far, I'm definitely liking the cover cream on the face more so than under eye. The under eye still feels great. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever, and I do like the coverage. I just personally like a lighter color, A, and B, like more like a liquidy finish underneath my eyes. I'm just gonna take my sponge and go over, soak up any excess. Underneath the eyes especially. Around my nose, wherever I crease. So on my smile lines. So this is my skin before I powder it. I don't know if you guys can tell. It matches so well. I'm actually really impressed. Good job, Karen. She color matched me. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of this powder. I actually think that this is like more Second to None semi-loose powder. I think this has a little bit of color to it. Okay, so it's like one of those ones that you like shave. So you just twist it and some of the powder comes out. So I'm gonna swirl, tap that off, and then I'm gonna kind of like press and roll that into my areas that crease meanly. It definitely has a little bit of pigment, but it's not a lot. Enough to where I feel like safe placing it underneath my eyes. It's more of like a setting powder, which makes me really happy. So after setting it with powder, I kind of love it. I really do. It's so smooth. I look like I have no pores, but I definitely do. We know. Yes, we know. Oh, I wanted to use the foundation stick before I set that with powder. Dang it. You know what? I'm gonna be brave and do it anyways. I'm gonna go and she sent me 2 shades of the stick foundation. I have shades Clay and Earth, both are in the 4 range. So this is what the sticks look like. Really pretty. I love that. It's like very luxury. So this is Earth. Oh, I'm gonna do it on this hand because I already have like foundation and stuff on this hand. This is Earth. That's a weird swatch. Oh, that's a horrible swatch, but that's Earth. And then this is Clay. I'm gonna use Clay to kind of like bronze up. Let's see, it's gonna be hard. Let me, just to see how these blend out, I'm gonna start on my forehead first. I don't know if a little goes a long way, but we'll see. Yeah. As I put a ton, why am I this way? It might be a little bit hard to blend out because I already set with the powder, but actually, I didn't mind the sponge, but I'm gonna move into, I'm just gonna go in with this little Zoeva brush and kind of like help blend that out a little bit. On my forehead, I really don't care because I don't need a lot of coverage, but I'm just worried about my face. So I did notice that it dried a little bit faster. I think it is because of I set my face already with powder. So I'm gonna work one side at a time, section by section. I'm gonna start off like that, just like a little line. And I'm just like tapping and pressing. Like I'm not rubbing, I'm not swirling, I'm just like tapping and pressing. Sculpted, you guys, it's so nice. And even though it's warmer, it doesn't look orange. It's like such a subtle contour. I love it. For my jawline, I like to go down and then keep it pretty close to my jaw like that. For this, I'm gonna go back and down. I am kind of like buffing out the edges down here. As long as I'm not too aggressive, it doesn't seem to be taking off any product underneath. I'm gonna do my nose. Just a line like that. And then I'm going to go down. And then this side, try to get them as even as possible. I know that looks like a lot because it is. I like to take my cream contour and I'm gonna take it up to my brow. Like that. So I'm kind of creating that little structure. And I'm using like the tip of the brush, like the edge. When I get to up here, I'm kind of like buffing it back and into that section. I am creasing a little bit, I normally do. I'm just gonna tap that out. It's not a big deal to me. I'm gonna be doing kind of like a smoky eye anyways. The lips, I'm going to just do like right there. Just to make this look a little bit fuller, and then I'm gonna go in the very just top part. Sometimes if you go too all over, it makes your mouth look really wide and bloated. I am a creature of habit and I just end up doing that all the time, but try not to. I'm not gonna blend out all the way because I still want some of the shadow to show, but just like that. To kind of help complete the nose a little bit, I'm gonna go back with that cover cream. So like I said, I'm just gonna take that on my pinky and I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna go right in the center just to help highlight that. Since the concealer is a little bit lighter, it should help. I did forget, I do have the Luxury Contour Trio. I'm not gonna contour anymore, but I do kind of want to bronze a little bit just because I'm addicted to bronzer. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna go into like this medium, kind of like shimmer shade. Does this one have shimmer? Is that a shimmer? Oh, it is a shimmer. I'm gonna go in with that bronzy kind of shade. Tap off the excess. Oh. Okay, so this shade definitely has quite a bit of shimmer. It gives you a little bit of a highlight, actually. So typically when you're contouring, you don't want to have any shimmer and a highlight. I think that's why it's like a bronzer. So like bronzers do have shimmer, which is okay. I like a shimmery bronzer sometimes. But you do have your darker shade, which is a little bit more matte. A little bit more matte that you can use the contour. I like to sweep a little bit of bronzer on my chin. Kind of buff it around, kind of help push this back a little bit because your girl got a big old chin, the crimson chin. Don't forget the back of your ear. Jeez. Before I go into blush, I'm gonna go in with a highlight. Today I'm gonna use the liquid illuminator, the Luxury liquid illuminator. Look at that color, it's so pretty. So let's see, I'm gonna shake it really well. Make sure when you guys have liquid illuminators, you shake them really well because sometimes most products separate. So just have an even, consistent application. Just make sure you shake it. I am just gonna start off with a drop of this. 2 drops. How I like to apply liquid illuminators, I like to use my fingers and then I'm going to kind of like tap into it, but then tap off a little bit more, and then I go in and highlight. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's not crazy pigmented, which is a great thing for liquid illuminators. You don't want them too big. Just popping that on the top of my cheekbone so far. Oh, guys, it just looks wet. I'm gonna get a YouTube thumbnail. Pop it all on my orbital bone. It's your orbital. So that way, once you place it all around this like bone area, no matter which way you go, you're always reflecting the light. I'm gonna take a little bit of that illuminator on the tip of my nose. Add a little bit of a glow. Just for poops and giggles, I'm gonna go down the center. I normally don't highlight the center of my nose. I just want to today. Ooh, you guys, I'm obsessed with this. It looks so good. I just want to apply a little bit of this shade on top of that highlight just to see what it looks like. I'm gonna go just on the highest part. Done. I am really impressed. I really like this. It's glowy, it's beautiful, it's not too crazy pigmented. It doesn't look like it's giving me a ton of texture. Like, I mean, I love an extreme glow, so I don't mind a little bit of a texture, but if you don't and you like more of that wet look, try this out. Okay, so before my eyes, I'm gonna hop over and do my brows real quick. I'm just gonna give them a nice comb through. You know what's good to note? Sometimes when I'm brushing through my brows, I can tend to like kind of go over my skin a little bit and remove some of the foundation. This is not doing that. So far it has great lasting power between the powder, the cover cream, and the foundation. So I only have one brow pencil today. This is in the shade Blackest Brown. Oh, it comes with a little brush too. I use that little brush. Not bad. Okay, actually looking at the pencil, it does look a little bit darker. I like to start underneath my brows because I don't need a lot of filling in. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. I like it because pencils like these are typically softer, so they give more kind of natural appearance, like a softer. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm not gonna clean them up today. Actually, I do want to clean them up because I'm gonna use a little bit of that cover cream. I'm just gonna take a flat brush and kind of like pick up some of the product. I love using cream concealers and foundations to clean up my brows, just because you get the coverage that you need. And then once I kind of like have that concealed, I'm gonna go keep the brush the same way and keep it flat. And I'm gonna go and kind of like pull and drag. That's gonna give me a nice sharp line. And then I'm just gonna use my finger to tap that out and blend it. Yeah, I really like this for my eyebrows. Definitely would reach for that again. I don't have an IMAN brow gel, so I'm just gonna pop on a little bit of a Morphe clear brow gel just to give a little bit of shape and hold. I do have two cream shadow sticks. I have the shades Seduction and Forbidden. One's a pretty like cobalt blue and one's like a nice sapphire-y purple. Sapphire. So I'm going to use these today. I want to do a rainbow look because of Pride, so I'm not going to use them on my upper lid, but I am going to use them on my lower lid. I'm going to pop off, do my eye makeup, and come back and finish the rest with you. You guys, lashes just complete everything. I love how the eyes came out. I just wanted to do something fast, easy, like rainbow Pride stuff. And I love the addition of the cream eyeshadow sticks underneath the eyes. They almost look wet, so they have like this like shimmer to them. And even though I set them with a little bit of eyeshadow, they still give like this nice like kind of like wet, grungy look. I love it. So let's finish on the face. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush. This is the Luxury Blushing Powder Duo in Allure. So this is what it looks like. It's got two shades. I'm just gonna go in and kind of mix the two. Apply that. Sweeping backwards, kind of like in between my blush and my bronzer. All right, it's time for lips. I have two lipsticks. I think I have a matte and then like more of a sheen, cream sheen. Not like cream sheen from MAC, but like a cream. I have the Luxury Moisturizing Lipstick in Baby Doll, which is this shade right here. Do you see it's just like that, like kind of like warm tone nude? That's gorgeous. This is the Luxury Matte Lipstick in the shade Indulge. Ooh, another beautiful nude. This one's slightly darker. I have two lip pencils here, the lip pencil in Tan and then Spice. Let's see, this is Spice and then Tan. So those are the two lip liner shades there. I think I'm gonna go in with Tan. I'm gonna go in with Tan. It's a little bit warmer, not as mauve-y. I love this color so far. It's really gorgeous. So far, this is exactly the kind of lip liner that I use, this kind of color. And then I'm gonna go in with the moisturizing lipstick in Baby Doll, which is the pink shade. Oh, yes. Who is she? Ooh, you guys, look at that color. Oh yeah, this lip combo though. Top off any excess. And just because my skin is dry AF, I'm just gonna hit a little bit of setting spray. I do not have an IMAN one, but this is the Morphe Luminous. This fan has boiled me. Okay guys, I'm going to fix my hair, change my clothes, and I'll be right back. Oh, really quick, I forgot I had this. I'm gonna pop on, this is the lip shimmer in Blushing Nude. Oh, interesting. Yes. Scared myself when I said yes. So it just adds a little bit of a gloss. And it adds like a nice like juicy sheen to the lips. Now that we're finally done with everything, really quick, some of my standout products. Definitely the foundation, I really loved that. This lipstick, actually this gloss is really gorgeous too, like this whole lip combination. It's so pretty. The brow pencil was really nice and creamy. I loved how natural it looks. The blush and the liquid illuminator are really, really nice. You guys, I'm so happy. I haven't used IMAN Cosmetics in a really long time, but just getting refreshed for the brand and just, I'm just so happy. I just really wanted to spotlight IMAN Cosmetics today, one of the OG Black owned makeup brands. Again, one more shout out to Karen at IMAN Cosmetics. Thank you so much for sending me over all these products. It was my pleasure. And I was so happy to share a little bit about the brand and my history with the brand with you guys. And I feel like that's where we should wrap everything up. Let me know what the next brand you want me to spotlight is. I feel like this is gonna be a new series that I like doing. I love just kind of like diving into one brand and kind of playing with it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of my social media links are down below. I love you guys so much, and remember to keep your happiness first. Bye guys, see you soon. I like doing too much.